Oh, my boys, I am happy you remember us. You remember the Swamiji. You remember our Vivekananda College. It is really a good sign that you carry out the traditions instilled in you by the college. Swami Vivekananda went to America. He left India on the 31st of May 1893. He was in Chicago in the first week of August 1893. He stayed in a good lodging house. He came out, made enquiries about the Parliament of Religions. The gentleman said, "Sir, it's going to be in the month of September. It will commence on the 11th of September. Sir, do you have enough money to maintain yourself in that lodging house?" Vivekananda counted the cash and he found it is not possible to be there in that lodging house for a long period. He took the suggestion from the stranger and he vacated the room, proceeded to the railway station, bought the ticket, boarded the train, went to Boston. When he was in the train, he got the window seat. By the side of Swamiji, there were three American gentlemen. In front of the Swamiji, there was an elderly lady, Miss Sanborn, about 63 years, spinster. By her side, there were three American gentlemen. People on the platform were looking at Swami Vivekananda. Some of them entered the coach, looked at the Swamiji, and they went out. After 10 or 15 minutes, the train steamed out. One of the American gentlemen asked Swamiji, "Sir, you are of wonderful personality. You have an excellent demeanor. You are very attractive. We are 6 American gentlemen sitting here. We are richer than you. We are greater than you. We are brighter than you. We are taller than you. But nobody bothers to look at us. What is your uniqueness? What is your speciality? What is your superiority? How is it you are only spotted out by the people? Don't we look like gentlemen? What is wrong with us? What is right with you?" Swamiji looked at them and he said, "My dear friends, in the Western countries, a tailor is needed to make you look like gentlemen. A makeup man also may be needed to make you look like gentlemen. But in India, it is a character that makes a person a gentleman." And the lady sitting in front of him clapped. She admired him. "My dear young man, you are half my age, perhaps even less. You may not be even 30. I am more than 64. I am living in Boston. Where do you live? Where do you go?" "I am going to Boston, madam." "Where do you stay there?" "I do not know." "Depending on whom are you going?" "On God." Then that lady said, "My dear young man, I am wonderstruck by your personality, by your character. Please come. You be my son. I will take care of you. I will look after you. I shall have you as my son in my house, Green Meadows." By the by, my young man, You said character makes a gentleman. What's character? Then Vivekananda gave the definition. Character is very simple, ma. What you think, that you speak. What you speak, that you do. I repeat, character is very, very simple. What we think, that we should speak. What we speak, that we should do. Miss Sanborn was once again surprised, wonderstruck. My young man, I think I have a great jewel today. Be with me. Now, in our Vivekananda College, Swami Chidbhavananda Ji Maharaj wanted everybody to be a person of character. We should have noble thoughts. We should be bold enough to express our thoughts. And we should be strong enough to translate our speeches and thoughts into action. Swamiji maintained that discipline, maintained that character. He insisted that our college should be special in making everybody a person of extraordinary noble character. According to Swamiji, there are 3 words which make a full man, complete man. One is character. The second is culture. The third is curriculum. Curriculum is your subject, your syllabus, your BA, BSc, BCom, MA, MSc, MCom, whatever may be the degree. Culture is the conquest of the internal nature. Civilization is the conquest of the external nature. We are all children of nature. Nature is twofold, external, internal. You balance the external nature, live a comfortable life. Body is to be given due respect and good comfort. That is civilization. But we should be in a position to maintain that equanimity of mind, peace of mind, tranquility of mind, and that is culture. Conquest of the internal nature is culture. Conquering the external nature is civilization. We here teach how to be of culture, how to be peaceful, and first and foremost, character. Next is culture. Third is our academic excellence. I have tried to the best of my ability to create a full man of character, culture, and curriculum. I do not know how many of you have cultivated these 3. I am sure you are shining because of the character, culture, and curriculum. That's why you remember your parent institution, you remember your great masters, teachers, and you remember our great Swamiji, Swami Chidbhavananda Ji Maharaj. I am very, very glad you have assembled here to be together, to be working for the country, for the self-realization. May you all be children of character. May you all be the practitioners of culture. May you all shine as the best students of academic excellence. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much.